when I first sat down to try to think about what I would be doing for my final project, I thought about how I feel I connect with my identity the most, and for me, that is my familial heritage, my ethnic background, which primarily consists of Armenian and Italian descent. Um, I feel like the best way that I connect with that culture is through food. Growing up, we ate a lot of Italian foods during the holidays and Armenian foods. We had baklava for Christmas and lasagna as well for our Christmas dinner. So when I was trying to think of some way to connect this with Spain, I really wanted to focus on food. I also really enjoy cooking, so I thought that that would give me a chance to cook something and try something new. Um, so I started looking up desserts in Spain and popular desserts. The main one that kept coming up was Turrón. It was it is a almond nougat that is really popular primarily during Christmas time, but really any time of the year. As I was looking through pictures of it, I noticed how much it resembled a dessert or treat that I grew up on that's Armenian, and that's halva. Halva is the Armenian halva is primarily made with sesame seeds, but can also be made using almonds in addition to the sesame seeds. So I felt like I would make both of these treats and kind of compare the two and see how they could relate. Originally, I was going to talk about just the use of almonds in both of them and how almonds can originate in both Spain and Armenia. This is due to their subtropical climate. But in my research that I was doing, I actually found that Turon came to Spain back in the Middle Ages when the Moors conquered the Iberian Peninsula, and they brought food with them during this, and one of those being Turon. There are two different types of the Turon. One is Alicante, and the other is, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but Jijon. The Alicante is the hard Turon, the hard nougat. The Jijon is the soft one. I decided to make the soft one because I felt like the pictures of it that I saw resembled halva the most, as halva is more of a softer, thicker consistency. So I thought it was cool that they both kind of halva originated is an Arabic is known to be Arabic, and halva actually is Arabic for sweet. I thought it was cool that they both kind of came from the same origin, and so that made it more interesting to make both of them and to compare the two of them. Some of the things that I read about Halva and Turón is that over the years, they both have kind of different cultures have kind of created their own ways of making them. And so some cultures use fruits, some use different types of nuts, and yeah, I just thought it was interesting how they both like evolved and yet they came from the same dish. The other thing that I found to be the most interesting in doing my research was Father Pedro de Alcala. Back in 1505, he wrote the Spanish Arabic dictionary. In that dictionary, he translated Turon to Halva. So, as much as I recognized how they looked so similar, it kind of solidified that judgment on my end that they were the same. So, anyways, in making both of them, this is the Turon. This is the Spanish dish. This is the Halva. This is Armenian. They both were very similar to make. For the Turon, it was heating up honey and mixing confectioner sugar with it and lemon zest and cinnamon, and then putting it in a pan to chill in the refrigerator overnight. Also using ground almonds for this. For the halva, it was melting sugar and water in heat and then adding granulated sugar to it, and mixing it with almond butter and tahini, which is a sesame seed paste. This also went into a pan and chilled in a refrigerator overnight. That gave both of them the consistency of it. I have tasted both. And they didn't taste exactly the same, but there was a similar taste to it. It's funny because the Turrón actually reminded me of an Italian, I think it was, dessert that I had growing up, struffola, which was just little dough balls dipped in honey and sprinkles. I think it's just because of the honey used to make it. The halva, I had never had it with the almonds before, but it was very similar to the halva I had growing up, so I'm really impressed with myself and being able to make it so well. Yeah, and I can definitely see how they came from the same background and they connect with each other. And I will definitely make them again. I think out of the two that I made, I think I like the Turrón a little bit better, but it might just be I think I need more sesame seed because it's what I'm used to with the halva for the halva. So that is it for what I've done. Yes, so for me, the identity with my Armenian background, I was able to connect with the Spanish culture because of these desserts that originated together. So thank you.